We are a little past the halfway point in the NBA season so far, and I thought it would be the perfect moment to revisit my preseason Western Conference standings predictions. So, there were some things that I was right about, some teams, and there were definitely some big misses that I will certainly talk about. Hello, my name is Nathan, and this is Thunder Up Talk. And I just want to say thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate it. And if you like these videos, please subscribe to my channel. So I'm just going to go down my list of predictions and then talk about what's really going on so far this season. So at 15, I had the Jazz, 14, the Blazers. At 13, I had the Kings, 12, the Suns. That ended up being kind of a miss. At 11, I had the Pelicans, 10, the Mavs, 9, my biggest miss by far, the Spurs, 8, the Grizzlies. At number 7, I had Golden State. At 6, I had the Clippers. At 5, the Lakers. At number 4, the T-Wolves. At 3, I had the Rockets. At 2, I had the Nuggets. And at number 1, I had the Thunder. So I'm going to talk about some of my biggest misses so far this season. So the one that stands out is for sure San Antonio. So I remember my thought process being that Wemby was up and coming, and they'd be a great young team. I thought they'd be on the verge of like the playoffs, maybe the play-in. If they were the 7 seed or something, I wouldn't have been too surprised. I just really thought they would struggle with shooting, their outside shooting in particular. I thought that was kind of a weakness for their team. And I didn't realize how good the other guys, the other role players, even the other up and coming stars on the Thunder or on the Spurs were. Stephon Castle has been absolutely insane every time he's played the Thunder. He's been one of the best players on the court throughout that series this season. Um, Dylan Harper has been really good. Um, Kelvin Johnson just has killed us from three. And Fox has really been, when he plays, he's been a great veteran presence on that team. So they have been outstanding and obviously are the number 2 seed right now in the Western Conference. So that was definitely a big miss for me because I just thought they were too young. On the other side of things, I had the Clippers at 6. So I thought they would actually be middle of the pack, decent. Just because, there were a lot of veterans on the team, but I thought they have Harden still, they have Kawhi. That should be good enough to at least be a 6 seed. I wasn't expecting anything big from them, but man, they started out the season well, first of all, it's so weird with the CP3 thing and just kind of letting him go in the middle of the night. And then, Kawhi was hurt. And so it was looking really, really bad for the Clippers, but they're doing okay. They're now at the 10 seed. And, if Kawhi keeps playing the way he's been playing, if he continues to play, they could maybe be messing around with the play-in, or actually fighting for the 8 seed, but I don't know. I still don't really believe in them, whether they're the 6 seed or the 8 through 10 seed. I'm just not too concerned about the Clippers. They're just an old team, who are injury prone. Now this is my favorite miss, I think. So I had the Suns at 12. And again, I just thought, with the Suns trading Kevin Durant, I just I just felt like for Jalen Green, essentially, I just thought that this was going to be another season where they're basically going to be a tanking team. And I was oh so wrong. So Booker has been an incredible leader. He's played great. Um, the addition of Dylan Brooks on this team has been incredible. So Dylan Brooks, whether you like him or not, he drives me crazy every single time I watch him play against my favorite team, the Thunder. But he does seem to kind of bring this winning mentality to every team that he joins. And he just brings that edginess, the competitiveness that, honestly, if he's on my team, I'd probably say, yeah, he can be annoying, but I'm glad he's on my team. So, um, Yeah, that Suns team, they for me to predict them at 12 and for them to be at 6, I think is probably one of the bigger surprises in all of the Western Conference for sure. Another thing that I mean, I just love this about the Suns. They play super hard, and they try to play tough defense. So they're a fun team to maybe not root for, but a fun team to watch for sure. And then the last I would say big miss would be the Blazers. You know, I had them all the way at 14. I just thought they would be a bottom feeder team, but man, Denny Advia has been great. He gets a lot of free throws, and they are another team that they just play really hard. They never give up. And, you know, it's just fun to watch those kind of young teams that are always hustling. They remind me, the Blazers kind of remind me of the Thunder in our tanking years when, you know, we lost a lot of games, but they were still fun to watch. So, you know, for them, for my prediction to be 14 and they'll be competing again for a playing spot, I think is really great for the Blazers. Um, so those were the four biggest misses: the Spurs, the Clippers, the Suns, and the Blazers for me. Now, I did get a few things right. So obviously the to start with, I knew the that the Jazz were going to be pretty terrible. They're 13. I had them at 15. The Kings still doing Kings things. I had them at 13. They're even worse. They're at 14. And I thought they would start trading away some of these guys that are on the team, DeRozan, um, and I they haven't yet. I would assume at some point they will trade some of their guys and just go all the way in on getting young talent. But you know, it's Sacramento. Who knows what they're thinking? Um, And then on the other side of the standings, I obviously had the Thunder at 1. That was probably the easiest call. In all the standings, I had the Nuggets at 2, and they're at 3. So, you know, that's pretty close. And for them to be at 3 at this point with all the injuries that the Nuggets have had, um, is really pretty awesome for them. I still think the Nuggets, at least for me, I think the Nuggets are scarier when it comes to the playoffs than the Spurs are for the Thunder. Call me crazy. Yes, I know the Thunder lost to them 3 times in the regular season, but there's just something about having to play Jokic, who's already won a championship, um, who has a team that is now better than the team that took us to 7 games last season. So, yeah, I just think that they're the scarier team. And then, you know, another team that I got right on the money was the Lakers at 5. Again, just kind of a middle of the road team. They don't play any defense. They don't scare me at all. Um, It'll be a really fun matchup wherever they end. You know, if the Lakers played the Rockets today, man, I think I'd pick the Rockets in that series. But I think it would be fun just to watch Luca. Um, and I think a whole lot could change too. Honestly, the seeds 4 through 7 are all within a half game. So they're all either 9 or 9.5 games back of the Thunder. So really, where they're at now really doesn't matter a whole lot because it's so tight from 4 through 7. So that's the Rockets, the Lakers, the Suns, and the T-Wolves. So one of those teams could be the 3 seed or I mean the 4 seed or the 7 seed. So, um, anyways, that's kind of where we're at so far this season. It'll be interesting to see where everything shakes up. But at this moment, you know, looking at it as a Thunder fan, um, we would be playing the Warriors as the 8 seed, and that would be a whole lot of fun. Just, you know, so we could kind of get back at Golden State. That'd be so awesome. You know, they gave us so much trouble and some heartache with buzzer beaters from half court. You know, Kevin Durant going there, um, Draymond Green kicking guys. It would just be a whole lot of fun. Clay Thompson, Game 6, Clay. Yeah, just all those things. It would be awesome to just take it out on them one last time while they're kind of down with that Jimmy Butler injury. So, anyways, that's all I've got for today. Again, my name is Nathan, and this is Thunder Up Talk. Let me know what you think of my poor predictions from the preseason. And yeah, give me some predictions for how you think the rest of the season will pan out. With that, I will talk to you later and have a great day. Thunder up.